just in case his neck wasn't broken, but if his ear's broken. Sorry, I'm getting close video.
Oh, yeah.
People need to see how stylish you are. So you're still incredibly rich, right?
Things are good.
Things are good, but are you retired from skateboarding and snowboarding?
From skating, pretty much, but not from.
Did
snow.
you have a ramp in LA or something?
I did. I have a ramp still in storage, but I haven't broke it out in a while.
You can't break it down?
It's like the...
Because we could be LA retired skateboard friends and we would ride with less... Because if you're good, I don't care. Because I, can't skateboard anymore. Yeah. So if I could, click something, I'll just be like, okay, man, it's mellow.
I still skate a ton, but I don't do the competition anymore. I was more interested in, trying to play music.
See,
in the summertime.
I'll get to that in a minute, because that's just weird to me. But I'm interested to hear your angle.
Yeah.
Because I'm retired, and it's hard to retire. But I had something else to fall back on. Not originally, but I do now. Mm-hmm. So there's no what am I anymore or something. I figure I kind of feel like I can do whatever I want. Mm-hmm. I feel confident about stuff.
It's been enough time since.
Yeah, and I can actually go back to skateboarding now and not be bummed out on how bad I am.
It's interesting because I've been asked that recently with the Olympics and things. They had this crazy idea that I was done. They're like, everybody's like, oh, you still compete? You're still... Yeah, I'm like, I just won the last event. I was like, dude.
You won the last event?
Yeah. Oh, well, the first event of the season. I won in Breckenridge, Colorado, the D-Tour event.
Because Dingo tried to tell me there's some new guy that beats everybody all the time now.
Is his name Shaun?
That's still you?
Yeah, no, that's still the deal. I mean, I don't
You are still the best dude in the world at snowboarding. At what thing are we talking about
so.
here? Is it half pipe or
half pipe, yeah.
You're the half pipe guy
I still do. I kind of man, it was tough because normally the Olympics only had half pipe in it. So I would take that 2 years or something off to just compete in half pipe take off slopestyle. And so then after that I had to come back and relearn not only the stuff I was working on, but now all the new stuff that everyone else is doing. Right. So by the time I went for this last Olympics, I was just run ragged trying to do both. I qualified, actually the top qualifier for the U.S. team in slopestyle and in halfpipe. And so, I was poised to do well, and Sochi was a strange Olympics anyways for me. But anyways, yeah, so after that I was like, it was too much work, and now I'm going to focus my efforts on halfpipe and take that other time that I would do slopestyle and do other things like my event and other.
But you used to be able to beat everybody at everything. Mm-hmm. So things I've caught, you are not the fucking greatest person in the world anymore. I just want to see your face. You're not the greatest skateboarder in the world anymore. You know that, right?
No, yeah, I could.
Did you
face
I could follow
that? You that. Yeah.
Or do you still say, dude, fucking I'll go back in it right now?
I could go back, I feel like, though.
And see, I feel like you could go back.
If I stopped think you could keep up. Started doing this stuff, I could hit it. I feel like
you're not gonna win.
You don't think?
Nah, because I don't feel like you never had tech stuff, and now I don't go anymore. But every now and then on Instagram, I go, oh my god, did you just do a fucking nollie flip stalefish, fucking face high? I didn't even know anybody could do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that stuff.
Yeah, they can't do doubles though.
Double
flips.
Wait, we're going skateboarding or snowboarding right now?
Exactly. I can learn.
You can't do double flip. Oh, dude, double flip.
They haven't been done yet, but that dude, they were going to
put... You're not going to do it in a contest ride?
I was gunned up to do it.
Wait, a double flip? What are you talking about?
I was planning my whole calendar around going for the Olympics for skate, but they're only doing street, I guess. I had it all planned out.
It's over. Vert is over. And you know why it's over? It's close to snowboarding because everybody wants to fucking spin and flip all day, and nobody gives a fuck anymore. What happened to style, man? What happened to actually fucking trying to make something look awesome, like you want to be a part of it? I don't want to be a part of what the fuck you're spinning around doing. It looks stupid to me. It's childish.
It is
feel
chaos.
And I feel like I remember trying to do that. Not only was it more difficult for me, if it had to come more natural, sure, maybe I would have been more involved in it.
Yeah.
But even before I got washed up, certain lines, because I had a line when I was top three at fucking the big riders: kickflip bendy, heel flip bendy, backside 5, tail grab 5, 360 varial kickflip bendy, fast plant varial. That was my combo.
I remember.
And it fucking sucked.
I remember.
I no longer was enjoying it because I was like, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby. That's my fucking contest ride. I'm just begging the board to stay with me the whole time instead of putting my aggression into stuff or I can't get angry. I'm just like, please, fuck, oh shit.
That's when the runs were 18 walls too.
Wait, it's more now?
No, it's less.
The
crew got lazy and they're like, we only want to do 13 walls.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
In skateboarding?
Skateboarding. It went from 18. Remember that? You had 17 to 18. You were planning 18 because the buzzer would hit around maybe 16.
Do something on the buzzer. Everyone had to do something on the buzzer. So you're going hard
Throw
right
the
there.
hand plant. You're tired. Something cool. And so now they moved it to 13 walls because it was like Pierre and Bucky and those dudes are like, nah, let's go 13. That's nice.
Man.
So and then they were doing these jam. Don't you remember, man? The X went to like jam format, and it was like these weird things going on.
When I retired, I stopped watching, dude.
So yeah, I mean, I was still competing, so I was doing all those things. But yeah, it was a strange time. And then for me, I don't know, I lost the motivation in a sense. Like
I could see it.
I went and I won all the Do Tours. I won the X Games. I did my dream of like winning winter and summer gold and all these things, and then I was like, wow, when am I gonna show up and compete in Baltimore with, like not hating on Baltimore, but it was like, we were these various cities that I was in that I didn't really know my way around, and I'm competing for this title, and I just kind of like that I had won already, and so I kind of lost the motivation.
I feel like your life is too fun for that anymore. Don't you think that because other skateboarders, because I have a little bit now. This radio show has given me some money, and like I'm way more successful at radio than I ever was at skateboarding. So now I feel like I got special pants a little bit. And if I had to go on a skateboard tour where I was in a van and we were like, hey man, let's get out and skate the skate park, I'd be like, man, you guys' day sucks. Like you should see what I do when I'm home. And I'm nowhere. Like I remember before you retired, you fucking had a Lamborghini when you couldn't even shave, dude. You're like, want to go for a drive? And I was like, oh my God, you don't know how to drive. And you're like flying around. And then like a week later, you wrote one off.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, so that means,
yeah,
I'm 44 and I got a fucking Porsche. It's like 7 years old. It's not the brand new fucking $250,000 Lamborghini when I'm 18.
Murcielago, yeah, you were pumped on that. You knew more about it than I did. And you were telling me all the specs. I was like, oh yeah, totally. That's why I got it.
Dude, he fucking he flies out of this parking lot, at Tony Hawk's parking lot, and screams down this fucking road. And I'm like, at first I'm like, I don't know. I figure he's an athlete. You know what I mean? We've all got hand-eye coordination. He's obviously really into cars. He bought the best car that money can buy. It's the sickest Lamborghini I've ever seen. Rap! And I'm like, hey man, it's a sub sign. And then I see him like, I think he's got it, but then I realize he doesn't got it. He fucking can't stop and just goes flying through the stop sign with both feet on the brake, and I'm like, oh my God. And then like, down the, and I'm like, then for the first time in a long time, I was a passenger with both my feet on the boards. You know when you try to press a brake that isn't there? Yes. I'm just like, oh my God, dude, okay, turn around, make me go back.
I didn't know why they put that handle grip on the side until you got in the car. You were holding that thing. It's like, oh my God.
You're fucking maniac.
But so yeah, it became too much so. It was like doing winter slope and pipe and then full, skating competitions all summer long, do tour events, all these skate comps, and then I was like, man, I'm if I'm gonna get older and still compete and still like prolong my career, I gotta make some choices and decisions.
And skateboarding got bumped.
And that's what kind of got bumped. And I just realized like, man, I'd love to enjoy my summers and play music. And that's when I was like falling in love with guitar and then I just like met friends and.
Look, I've known you've always played. I remember when we were younger that you were like, yeah, I fucking play, and I was like, sure you play, dickhead. And then one time, I think he jammed with you when I'd already been completely washed up, and I'm like, oh, he does a bunch of Led Zeppelin shit? Oh, he can play, that's cool. I thought you were just faking it. But then, I also heard that you party a lot now. Like, you live in LA, you go out with supermodels and shit, you got Lamborghinis. You stay low pro, though, because I see more Rob Dyrdek fucking, look at me all the time than I do you. I feel like you're a little more low-key.
Yeah, I mean...
And just as successful.
I don't know. I'm pretty mellow about it.
Not looking for TV shows and shit like that, right?
Not exactly.
You think it's hilarious that somebody would?
No, I just like... I don't know. It's like the people that are in the public eye all the time like that. Like, dude, if you go to this club at this time at night, you're gonna be seen. There will be people with cameras there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, LA was like... When I first moved up here, I was 20 or something, and I was just trying to escape from that...
from your mom
down south. Yeah, well, exactly. It was family. Plus, like, dude, I woke up and I'm like, hey, man, you want to come hang? And it was like, I'm at work. like I realized all my friends had normal jobs, and I was like, well, what am I gonna do, you know? And like, you could hang with Tony and these guys. They got kids, you know. And no one in my age group, so I moved to LA because like everybody's job is pretty questionable. You're like, you do what?
Dude,
nobody's got a job here.
Dude, you moved to LA. Come on, you moved to LA. You were retiring when you did that. As a guy, I was nowhere near as successful as you, and I knew I retired when I moved to LA to do radio.
Oh, really?
I knew it.
Well, I moved when I was 20, so I've been going for a while. 29 now.
So 9 years in LA?
Yeah.
So you really are washed up at skateboarding.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's terrible.
Nah. Is it?
No, I love it, man. I'm still...
You're a snowboarder at heart anyway. Look at you. You made your choice.
Yeah.
And what choice did you make?
I know.
You went that way. You know what? You look better on a snowboard anyway, quite frankly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, there was a couple of times I saw you do some tricks on a skateboard where I was like, okay, that's fucking... Okay. You know, I mean, I tried to hate, but that's fucking incredible. He's an incredible son of a bitch.
Thank you.
But other times, like your lip slides and Smith grinds, I'm like, man, I don't think I've ever seen anybody so retarded in my life that's that good at riding a skateboard.
You called me out at one event where
yeah.
I had to do, like, you're like, I want to see this guy drop and switch.
I said that?
I'm pretty sure it was you, and
makes
it was...
no sense.
Yeah, because we were there, and it was like, somebody knew I couldn't do it, and I'd never tried to do it.
Oh, well, then somebody gave me that idea.
Yeah, and I was terrified, but I did it.
You did it?
On that.
Well, you're welcome then.
But I did the, like, airdrop. Where you dropped
so
it
I
first,
almost killed you.
You almost killed me.
Dude,
You
I'm
and
not
Bob,
taking
man.
responsibility
You
for
and
that.
Bob.
Yeah, that's Bob. Me and Bob, we made a pact. We were like, we're gonna get this guy out of here. So look, now you're in a band, and the band is good.
Yeah, we're called Bad Things. We did a bunch of touring, not this last summer, but the one before. I mean, we put out a record with Warner Brothers, which was cool, but it was like, it's such a different business on how it works and radio promo.
You want to be
and
in
all
that?
These things, and man, it was so much fun. We toured Europe with 30 Seconds to Mars, which was just so much fun. It's just different.
You drinking a lot and shit?
What's up?
Are you drinking a lot and shit?
I don't drink
at all
anymore.
You go to rehab or something?
No, I just quit.
When?
I did the whole like.
When did you quit?
About a year and a half ago.
You haven't had a drink since?
Mm-mm.
Do you do a bunch of bumps and shit now or something?
No.
Someone said that they called him Snow White for a while. I was like, that's not true?
No.
Somebody tried to... I said, Shaun White. You're saying Shaun White walks around with cocaine. Yeah, man, they call him Snow White. I'm like, come on, dude. And I remember there was hours where I just said, it's not really even funny anymore. I'm kind of bored of the joke. Dude, I'm telling you.
That came from a funny joke where they were saying,
there really
like,
was a word. That was a gossip.
No. There was something that came out. It was like a comedian made a joke about Charlie Sheen and myself on like a powder day or something like that. That he gets more powder than I do or something. And then it became this thing. And you know,
You've never done
media
cocaine
was
in your
like,
life.
Never dreamt of it.
You've never dreamt of
it. Well, that was what was crazy is when you do move to LA, when you see things like that. Like, because when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, it's like some dark, menacing figure that's going to have this narcotics.
No, it was like a supermodel.
And it was like, yeah, and you're like, wow, this stuff's everywhere. This is really...
Yeah, a lot of those guys are tons of fun, actually.
It was crazy to see that.
I mean, think about...
You know, but that was what was funny. It's like, for me, like, I don't know, I wouldn't call myself straight edge, you know, or anything like that in the slightest.
But you're getting close to it.
I didn't drink at a young age because I wanted to win so bad, and everybody was partying.
You were still illegally. You couldn't. What the fuck are you talking about? But you're like, man, you know, stuff. You were a kid.
But I had the opportunity, you know.
Yeah, because we would have let you.
I was on the tour. You guys would have let me drink. I mean, I had the guys handing me the bong, like, here, hit it. And I was like, I don't think so.
That's kind of bullshit.
So at a young age, like, I just wasn't into it. I mean, that was kind of like having my mom around and those things. So I was never really into the party scene. I was more into, like, you know, skating and stuff.
But you moved to LA and you got no parents. You break loose.
So those were like what you would call my party years, I guess. Like, you know, a normal kid when you're 19, you go to college, or 18, go to college. I mean, that was kind of my, like, wow, like, I'm gonna go have some fun with my friends. And like, I was just sitting in there going, wow, if Lindsay Lohan's like around my age, she can go to the bars, why couldn't I? You know, I realized I was like, oh,
Did you bang her?
I'm known enough to go do this. Did I what?
Bang her.
Negative.
You don't bang those kind of people? You got supermodels, right? Is that true?
What's up?
You got date supermodels?
It's been rumored.
I can't read, so I don't really know.
See me still trying to be in low pro about it.
What is it like more than one? You dated more than one?
Look, you're an eligible guy.
Wait, why can't I
You're an
ask you that?
eligible guy
I'm like,
in
look
Los
at this.
Angeles.
Nobody's
You know,
listening to this shit.
I
It's
cut
you
my
and me.
hair. I like.
You look great.
You know?
You look great. You look way better than you did when you were a
thought
kid.
you'd be proud.
Your body grew into your head and shit. You look sweet.
I love your hair.
You're a handsome guy.
I see your ass because
Thank
I'm in the
you.
kids section at Target all the time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very hard when you get identified with an iconic
Yeah.
hairstyle to evolve beyond that.
Yeah.
You are this haircut now.
Dude,
Congratulations.
it's been a trip too, because with the boys' clothing line, I mean, like people come up to me like, "Dude, you just love making boys' clothing," and I'm like, "Well, no."
Well,
like
somebody said it to you like that?
Yeah, totally. Like it sounded creepy when they said it, and I was like, "No." I was like, I was a kid when we were making it,
Man,
and like,
that's kind of a...
I'm skateboarding to
Yeah.
pursue my true passion.
so like, yeah, totally.
Retired from competitive
Making
skateboarding
boys-
to make boys clothes.
Boys' hoodies and tees, and
Just super into it, man. I
Yeah.
feel like they're, nobody
I
makes
love
boys
it.
hoodies.
you should see these new looks we got. No, but what was
Still
cool
exists,
is
though.
like, with the hair and all these things. I mean, I'm older now, and this isn't. It just kind of like came about, but just yesterday we announced I'm doing a line at Macy's, and it's like, this is what's so cool is it's like it's who I am now. You know what I
This
mean?
is-
It's
wait,
like an aged up thing.
Were you at Macy's before that?
No, I was with
Target?
Target doing a boys' clothing line, and now I'm doing a men's line at Macy's.
Is that a Tony Hawk introduction there?
He's at Kohl's.
No, but because he was at Kohl's before all of us.
Uh-huh.
And then you became as big as him from X Games and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you, like the
Like
the
an idea
format,
I got from
yeah,
him?
like did your man, like because it
No.
looks like it was like you were with him and then you split off and became your own Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
kinda.
I mean, I guess the like celebrity or sports figure endorsed clothing line, I mean, goes back to Bjorn
Yeah, but how many?
Borg's
Yeah, but how
underwear
many
and stuff,
skateboarders
but-
have those stores selling it? Every
no.
other skateboarder has their clothing in Tilly's and all that
Yeah.
stuff. You have
Well-
your stuff. You have a fucking. I'm sorry. What was it?
a men's line now at Macy's.
Yeah, right. You have a Macy's deal.
Called
Is
Whitespace.
there any other skateboarders out there that have a Macy's line? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say. You pulled off. I mean, it's actually got to be some sort of fashion shit. It can't just be t-shirts, right?
No, it's like, there's leather jackets.
Do you
and
design
knits
it?
And, yeah, I do.
And you're into it?
Yeah, I'm into
See,
it.
I'm feeling that, dude. I got wolf
So,
knives and stuff. I get
It's
that.
crazy though, because like I was with Target since I was with them like at 14 or so, and
Yeah.
then when Volcom went public, like the company changed, and then I started doing my line at Target. And
Oh,
So
okay.
I was designing for them like random things, and then I did the line at Target, and before that I was making outerwear for Burton with my brother. So
Oh, okay.
older brother Jesse, and he was always super talented artist, and so he got really into it, and we would make the designs together, and so it's been this like ongoing thing, and that's what like the boys comment to me was really kind of got in my head. I was like, wow, yeah, I do. So we're still doing the boys clothing because it's such a
At
big
Target?
No, online.
Okay.
So just ShaunWhite.com. But we're like, we got such a big following, and it's cool, man. Like you make these tees and you see like the kids at the skate park like wearing your shirt that you made. You're like, that's pretty cool. Like
I have a 4-year-old. It's really good stuff for
Right
4-year-olds
on.
and
Thank you,
6-year-olds.
yeah.
It really is.
So
I'm
we're
sure
still
it's-
doing it online, which
Good.
is great. We have more
He loves
control
little
over
kids,
it,
Michael.
and then yeah, I love them.
little boys.
And
in
now we're
particular.
doing like the aged up version of like who I am now, which is really cool to have that opportunity because like I think something like Tony, and not to knock what Tony's done in the slightest because he's Tony, but I don't know if he made that jump to age
Well,
up.
I think
know
the
what I'm
difference
saying?
is
like he was
Tony's-
already a family
But
man.
Tony's not a fashion. Like I feel like you're way more into fashion and style, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Tony likes
Fair
to
enough.
wear his Birdhouse T-shirt and he still goes to McDonald's. Like this guy's he's in his ways. They're
like
sweet ways, man. God,
Yeah.
fucking 50. Really good at skateboarding still. It's freaky.
He's incredible
dude.
still. Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's got old yet. Like I keep waiting for him to like here's a new trick, and I'm like, ooh,
Those shins
that's a
are
little
looking,
crusty.
Those shins are looking questionable though.
They always look like that.
Were they always like that?
He has disgusting shins. He always has.
Who describes them as like bruised fruit? They look like
Just from how many.
they're because they've been like knocked open so many times
Yeah.
by like shark bites. When your board hits your shin, you know
They're
what
not.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, mine are numb. That was the best part about Muay Thai shit when I first started
Oh
that.
yeah.
It didn't hurt.
How was that going? I remember that was the Lamborghini time. You were like, man, I just got this tattoo of a. I can't believe I remember this. You just got a tattoo of a shrimp on a Barbie, which was a actual shrimp
Carrie Hart
on
did
top
that.
of a Barbie doll.
Still got that. One of
And
the
you're-
greatest tattoos.
And you were pissed off because you're like, and I didn't even get $1 million or a Lamborghini. You were like,
because I got
Would
to
you ever dream of doing this? And I was like, I don't think so. And you're like,
no,
"I
because it
didn't
was
do
on a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my yeah, I'm like, yeah, you want to talk success? I got
Yeah.
a TV show. Guess what they gave me? This fucking tattoo. You got a Lamborghini.
You're like,
Okay.
I didn't even get a Lamborghini for it. I was like, oh man,
I
well,
want that car more than you.
I'm gonna go
That's
skate.
the
I
difference
guess.
between that.
Yeah.
So do you want to be a rock star and like go to all the girls and go there, I'll see your people? Do you visualize like, yeah, woo, like on tour and all that? Or are you like, man, I just love music so much, I'm thinking about creating new music all the time. Nobody really knows who Shaun White is yet.
Yeah.
Shaun White is a musical genius.
I'm a mixture, man. I mean, I don't know.
Which is your best talent?
I mean, probably snowboarding for sure. I mean, it's
What's
the one
second?
I've done the most. I would say skating.
Okay. I was
And
going to
then
say, you must be
Probably
fucking
guitar.
sick. Well, what else can you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I
What's
surf.
fourth?
I play
Can you
ping
surf
pong,
good? Ping pong?
chess.
Do you really?
Yeah,
I heard that's good for the mind.
yeah. But for me, like, I don't know. It's one of those things where like I fell in love with playing, and it's like you step out on stage and you have to. It's the team effort, and it's like you're rolling with your crew to these different cities, and like you play, don't you?
Yeah.
You play, yeah.
Terribly,
so you know
but
what
yeah.
it's like. I mean, like I don't know if you.
We were
played
in a
lot of
band. He's a
shows.
proper
Okay.
guitarist.
So man, you step out on stage and
He
it's
played
like
with
a
you.
whole new venue. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we
Was
jammed
that
at Winter X Games.
Okay,
Couple
perfect.
times, yeah.
so? Yeah, for me it was just like, man, I really want to pursue this, and
He
then
cherishes those moments, Marco.
and someone told me I couldn't do it, so I was like, oh, I got to do this.
So you band, and then you have other bands, and you have a giant festival where it's fucking Shaun White has arranged all these bands, and all the kids go, and they're all the cool bands.
Oh yeah,
So I'm 44, and I'm like super like,
you're like, who's Heim?
I just fucking hate it. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like I don't like any of you. You're idiots.
I thought it was pronounced Hain.
What? Yeah,
Just goes to show you.
Wow,
Oh,
you're more
man,
into music. Wow,
Yeah,
you would have
Heim.
given him a chance.
Yeah.
they were just on tour with T Swift, man.
And is
I know
that
who they
is
are.
that a big deal?
Yeah.
You hang out with T Swift?
Not as much.
You smoke weed?
No,
How come you got so many gold chains on?
I woke up and
You just put them all on?
I was listening. No, I woke up and I heard that Trinidad James song. Gold everywhere, gold everything. And I was like, man, I'm an adult. I can just go. And so I went and just bought a bunch of gold that day.
How much money did you spend on gold that day?
I don't know, like 60, 70,
Yeah.
something.
Because those are some big chains you got on. Ladies and gentlemen,
On one of
when
them?
you wake up and you hear a song and you go, you know what? Fuck it. Boom. 100
I
G's
was-
on some gold.
I
Fuck
was,
it.
I was on tilt.
Why make
You
the
know
money
what?
if you're not going to spend
Michael, I'm
That
about
was
to hit the
kinda my thing,
motherfucking
yeah.
jewelry store too if you keep
Yeah.
playing this. Oh!
Right?
Uh-huh.
Come on, tell me you're not gonna watch this and like. So there I was, like,
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
right? Look at
I'm
this.
kind of.
Are we going after this to get more or what? Like, come on.
I mean, yeah, if you're buying.
come on.
Okay,
Yeah,
stop it. I
so-
can't afford to listen to the rest of this song.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
That's the truth, though. It's so funny. And like, the gold rings were from the Olympics, and I'm not a jewelry guy, and I was like, well, I
Oh,
gotta.
whoa. Show me, show me, show me.
I was like, I gotta wear these because that's pretty cool.
Oh,
It's
you
like
got Olympic gold rings?
Super Bowl style, and I was like, all right. And then that kind of like, and then I was sent a watch as a congratulations on the
Who
Olympics.
congratulated you with a Rolex?
This one was
Oh.
Breitling sent me a really nice gold watch. I was like, man, this is incredible. And so I was like, oh, wearing that, and then it got me into the rest of it. So
Because you're kind of jumping my shit again. But you're just jumping it because you got a fucking millions of dollars. Pissing me off. But you look better than me. You're all skinny. And you look good.
no,
My face is falling off.
I finally got a trainer.
Why? Because you're getting out of shape?
No, I was just
Aha.
I was getting older, and I was like, maybe I should do. I watched this documentary, and I got super fired up.
Do you have a movement coach?
No.
Does he have a man bun?
No.
Do you hang out with people that have man buns?
I know people.
I
that
know
have
you
them.
do.
But
Do
I
you
don't-
go to restaurants where there is like several really hot, skinny white girls
Not
and
eating anything.
and not talking as you guys laugh and celebrate how rich and successful you are? Do these evenings occur?
All true Hollywood stories.
Why don't you call me? Am I annoying to you? Like, I want to go. I don't want to fuck your chicks. I'm too big for them. But I'll hang out and be like, yeah, that's cool. Fucking, what's going on? You know what? You'll probably be boring
You
to
know
me. You'll
who
be
I-
like, dude, nobody fucking got this riff. I'll be like, oh. I'm going.
Come listen to my jam.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Check out my highlights.
What if it's a shit jam? Then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, Shaun. Oh man, you're ripping.
You're still sitting in the car. Now he's playing you track 3.
Singing along to the.
Oh,
No,
man.
that's rough though too when your buddies do that. But they're like, check, you gotta listen to my jam. But no, you know who I run into? I mean, Dingo,
Yeah.
Vito,
Yeah.
Louie. Those are the kind of peeps I run into the most.
Those are
the,
good guys.
from the industry, which is really funny to just see them at like, you know, MTV Music Awards or something. And there's Dingo, and you see him a mile away or smell him a mile away.
He's everywhere. Smell him from what?
Yeah.
Oh, weed?
He's just a grungy guy.
He does not smell at all.
No?
No.
Come on.
Wow.
He's wearing hoodies and it's hot in LA.
Dingo doesn't smell. You ever smell
Maybe
Dingo?
it's an Australian thing. You don't know your own.
Maybe when you see him when he's out
Wait.
all day on the red,
He's
at the red
agreeing with
carpet.
me.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying not here in the studio, climate control. But maybe if he spends a whole day on the red carpet at the MTV
He's
Awards,
full
maybe
of
he does it a
crunk
little.
juice, and he's
Crunk juice.
Is that what that is? No.
He doesn't. Man, I'm kind of. That's my
kidding,
boy right
man.
there.
I'm kidding.
He
I
does
love
not
the
stink.
Dingo. No, I love seeing him though. Like I bump into him and brush shoulders with him, and he's always with somebody funny, and he's doing his thing. But that's what I was saying. It's great to see guys like that. Even when Louis Vito, I mean, like he did Dancing with the Stars, and
He's
like
doing stuff all the time.
you know, like people wanted to hate, but I was like, you know what, like I don't have the balls to go dance in front of a bunch of
Did
people.
they ask
like,
you?
on TV? Yeah, plenty. I was just like, there's no way I could do that.
You
I'm
want to-
training in secret though to start dancing though.
That would be a smart
Just
move.
'cause.
To just blaze it and win in
Just
time.
show
Yeah,
up
just
and
be like, man, he's pro. Like he's now going to be like
Jesus.
ballroom dancing extraordinaire. You're in the Olympics for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, with the money that you make from these giant things, 'cause it's hard to make money out of these.
Yeah, it's an investment, you know, and it's a tour. So it's an event that starts in Beijing at the Bird's Nest, the
Wow.
Olympic venue there that they use, the old Olympic venue, the Bird's
Yeah.
Nest, and then we go to Innsbruck, Austria, and then this is the last stop in LA.
Do you have
So.
like a charity thing, like a?
Mm-hmm. Not a one particularly just for me. There were talks about doing it, but I
You
didn't
know,
want
like
to.
the Ryan Sheckler Foundation and all that shit. You ever thought about doing that?
I wanted to, but at
What's so
the
funny about the Ryan Sheckler Foundation?
no, it's not that. It's just at the time, like it was like looked at as being almost like a publicity or cool thing to have your own. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Like Bono was balling up, like doing all these things, and it became like I got my foundation, and I didn't want it. I wanted to do good with it. I didn't want it to be like, oh, this is another way for me to say that I'm doing this. And I'm not saying that Sheckler does that at all. I'm sure he
hangs out with
does
like sick
a
and
lot of
disabled
good with
children.
his-
Like he actually has
Exactly,
photos
yeah.
hanging out with them.
So I donate to, you know, the Boys and Girls Club and St. Jude Hospital in Memphis. I don't know if you've been down there. It's incredible. It's like they basically accept any kid that's, you know, they focus mostly on like sickle cell and cancer research, you know, but you go down there and the entire place is free for anyone that wants to receive treatment.
What?
So it's free. It all runs on donations.
You
So
just got to
that's
get
like-
there.
Yeah, you just got to get there. And so basically, yeah, it runs on donation. So that's something that I heavily support, you know. And I went down there, man. Went down there when I was 16, and like, you know, I had a heart condition as a kid. So like, I get that. Like, you know, my parents lived at the like hospital while I was undergoing my surgeries and things. And so that
You had
was
heart
something-
surgery, huh?
Yeah, like 3 of them.
3.
Yeah.
How old were you when you had him?
1.
Oh, so you do you
basically.
remember him?
Oh no,
No way.
I
huh?
have the scar still. It's
I remember
pretty
the
faint
scar. It's
now, but
awesome.
Yeah. It just looks like there's just like where the staples went in. But you know, it's crazy. And for me,
I had a
like,
heart procedure.
Did you?
Yeah, not a heart surgery. It's not a
Oh,
gangster
man.
issue. They went up my balls.
Oh,
they
like through the
fused-
leg and the side
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I had that at one point.
You had that too?
Well, it was I passed out on the soccer field, and they were like, "It's his heart. It's his heart," you know, and so. We had to run all these tests, and they like pump you full of like adrenaline or something, and they try to get you to cardiac arrest. So at that point, they
cool.
like made my heart stop, and then they like revive you, or I don't know what they're doctors, but
To make sure that everything was okay?
yeah, that it was functioning properly, that it could like withstand the like I guess endurance that I was strain I was putting on it. But I was all good. So ever since
You're
then,
one of
it's
the
all good.
fittest kids I've ever seen. Before you had a trainer, you were fit as shit. So your heart's working awesome.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I like people that have heart surgeries
Mm-hmm.
and they're all fit and stuff. I don't want to fucking die of that stuff. You ever get panicky about your heart?
No,
for you.
I never think about it. I was told I can't scuba dive though.
What?
And as a kid, I was like, who cares? What am I going to scuba dive anyways? And then there I was, like, in Thailand, like, floating on the surface while everyone's down at the bottom, like, petting sharks and things. And
fuck
it's
off.
It's the worst. I'm up there all like...
Why can't you go?
It's some weird thing about, like, that...
A bubble could go in there?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Like a bubble getting into your bloodstream or something, because I have a irregular heartbeat. So
yeah, so do I.
Deal. Yeah, you have a murmur.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like the fucking old fat Shaun White.
I'm curious, you ever powwow with Rob Dyrdek about he's got Street League and you've got your event? I mean, there seems like there'd be some parallels in what you guys are trying to accomplish.
Not exactly. I mean, I remember like hearing about. I mean, I'm so busy doing random things all the time, either competing and whatnot. But like, yeah, I just remember reading about it and thinking it was really cool what he was doing. I don't know how it's transitioned for him, if it's really been a successful thing or not. I know I've heard both sides of the fence, that it is good and it isn't good, and it's gotta be good and all these things. But you know, it's a current interesting situation in the sport of snowboarding as well, because there is no governing body right now.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at. I mean, maybe without putting words in your mouth, giving athletes an alternative to the X Games, I think, is part of Rob's MO and maybe part of yours as well.
What's the highest backside air or aerial you've ever done in skateboarding?
Skating?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. They don't really like measure those, do they? As much?
What do you think?
They always have like the height marker. I would say probably like 10, 14 feet maybe.
Cool.
Snowboarding was like 25, 26.
Yeah, I didn't ask you about snowboarding. I don't really care about snowboarding.
Okay. Fair enough.
Just saying.
What was yours?
20.
20?
Yeah.
Damn. Was it on the DC ramp thing?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. I was like, where else are you going to find a...
How do you do a 20-foot air on 10-foot transition? I don't even want to see that. That's a dead person.
That's why I was kind of heartbroken when the one young skater did the 1080.
Oh, because you thought that was your...
No, he did it on the... I was like the bitter dad at home, like, oh, well, he did it on the mega.
It does help.
Totally.
Sure.
It's a giant transition. He had so much more time.
How much harder is it to go that fast backwards up the mega ramp? So he kind of deserves
totally.
it.
So no, I couldn't knock him in the slightest. But I was totally like, well, technically. Like,
I would
in my own head, like, well, technically.
You created the trick for him. It's kind of like Carey Hart almost made the backflip, and then everybody had made it. But I feel like Carey made it. You know? Even though he fell off.
Was it Metzger that claims to be the one?
I mean, I feel like he's the superior backflipper, yes. I'm just saying, just hoping Carey Hart's listening. That's
right on.
Obviously, my Metzger. Faster, better, all the way around. You've got to go. Thanks so much for being on, dude. You should, you know what, don't text me. Just live your life.
Aaron's Style takes place February 20th and 21st. That's this weekend at Expo Park at LA Coliseum.
We'll be back.